CCX Sports presents coverage of Northwest Suburban Conference softball. Today, a matchup between the Andover Huskies, 2-3 on the season, and the 6-0 Maple Grove Crimson. From Maple Grove High School, John Jacobson along with Jim Feldman. And Jim, another great day for softball, but it has been a tough spring to get in games. These teams actually have gotten in a fair number of games without a lot of postponement so far, but it's not been pleasant weather in general in 2022 for the spring.
I know, and you kind of look at the wind has been the real problem this year. You look at a day like today, and it's, you might kind of have a little trouble with the wind, but the kids have been playing in this weather all year, so they ought to be used to it.
Yeah, not great conditions. We are in the 40s today, 46 degrees. The real field temperature in the low 40s with the wind at 11 miles per hour today, gusting a little bit higher than that, but we've had windier days than that. I know you routed a game Monday, and teams were playing because they felt they had to get games in, right? And temperature was in the 30s that day, or the wind chill in the 20s, but we've had so many rainy days that, it's not raining today. We're going to try to play. I
know, and right before game time on Monday, the person who was doing video of the game says, I wish these snowflakes were a little bigger so I could actually see them on the video.
And over the visitors today, let's look at the batting order for Connie Huberty and the Huskies today. Lacey Heppel, the shortstop, is the leadoff hitter. Then it's Morgan Casteca, the pitcher, batting second. Amy McQuay in left field. Addie Farber at second base, batting fourth. Natalie Ludi, the catcher, batting fifth. Mallory Olson is the DP. Haley Dunleavy at third base. Amelia Volcati and Kaylin Polzine at first base, batting ninth for Andover. And the defense for the Maple Grove Crimson, Caitlin Casper at first, Leah Eiley at second base, Elizabeth Berry at short, Cassie St. Peter at third base, Faith Cry in left field, Alyssa Werns in center, Danny Strom in right field, Ava Isle is the catcher, and the pitcher for today is Maddie Wilm. Umpires going over the ground rules with coaches Huberty and Coltis as we get set for first pitch of today's game. We're getting to late April here and some little bit more mild temperatures next week. Still a little below normal, Jim. So we're almost out of the woods here, it seems like, with the weather. And as far as today, rain expected later, but I think it'll hold off before we'll be able to get this one in.
Yeah, well, when you start talking about next week, a couple weeks ago I was looking at the forecast for a week in advance, and it just never materialized.
No, right. The Crimson off to a great season, as I mentioned, off to a great start to the season, 6-0 on the year, and we've been playing some terrific softball, beat a good Centennial team that beat them in the section final last year. Graduated some good players from last year, but had some talent coming back, Jim, and some players that weren't varsity players last year taking their spot. And Biz Berry, they see at shortstop, number 6, fifth-year varsity player for Maple Grove. She is outstanding there, starting shortstop, number 6.
Yeah, and Maple Grove is other than that Centennial game, which is a one-run game, they've just been blowing people away. They've got 4 players who are hitting 600 or better. They've given up in 6 games. They've given up a total of 3 runs. So pitching's been strong. The hitting's been strong. They're ready to go.
There's Wilm on the season, and her numbers, 4-0 record. It's 20 in the third innings, but almost 2 strikeouts per innings. The 7 walks allowed in an ERA of 1.03. She is a junior.
And she's got that good rise ball, and that's one of the reasons she's getting a lot of strikeouts. Because you don't see rise balls that good that often in high school play here.
Lacey Heppel steps in, and we are ready to go. Wilm looks at the pitching chart and gets ready to deliver the first pitch of the game to Ava Isle, and it's a swinging strike.
The thing she's got is a lot of power. She can bring the ball.
Cut and a miss, and it's 0-2. young team for Andover. Graduated a lot of players from last year. You saw Heppel, just a freshman. A couple of seniors in their starting 9, but that's it.
Well, they've been playing a scrappy game. They're only 2-3, but they've been right in every game except when they played Anoka. If you look at the final score, it was an 11-run game, but going into the last inning, it was a 1-run game. Then Anoka put up a 10 spot.
Swing and a miss, and a strikeout to start the game for Wilms. Heppel goes down on strikes.
Yeah, she's moving the ball around the zone. It's off to a good start.
Look at it again. Upper part of the strike zone, and Heppel is out. Morgan Kostecka is the pitcher, batting number 2 today for the Huskies. The pie for ball 1. Hit in the air to right field, in foul territory, and off the glove there of Strom, and it falls. And that will keep Kostecka alive at the plate.
Yeah, it's one of those that the wind was kind of pushing it out that way, and you hit those opposite field shots down the line, and they curve on you, and it's a tough play.
So 1 ball, 1 strike. And Wilms' pitch outside and high. It's 2-1.
Yeah, she's showing them their eyes early, and then she's got to bring it down a little bit in the strike zone. She's been out of the zone a couple of times. You don't necessarily want to put it in the strike zone, but you want to make it look like it's going to be there.
Popped in the air. Casper, the first baseman, calling for it, makes the catch, 2 away.
Now batting left field, number 17, Abby McQuay.
2 outs, nobody on, and Abby McQuay, the left fielder, in the number 3 hole for Andover. First pitch hit into right field, a base hit. So a 2-out single for McQuay. He's a good hitter and gets on base. He is a senior, one of the 2 seniors I mentioned in the Andover starting lineup.
Yeah, it's a good solid hit, but she was behind the ball because Wilms throwing pretty good, right around 60, maybe just a little bit above.
Addie Farber, the second baseman, hitting 4th. Comes up now with a runner on and 2 away for Andover. Outside, ball 1.
Be interesting to see how aggressively Andover plays some of these situations. If they feel like they need to get a good early jump.
Cut and miss, 1-1. Pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2.
Oh, it's nice to hit those corners. Especially with batters that are a little bit far away from the plate when they're setting up. Hit that outside, and you're doing.
Just missed there. Pretty good pitch.
Not by much.
2-2. Swing and
There
a
we go.
miss. Wilm gets the second strikeout of the inning, and Andover is out to retire the top of the first. Huskies no runs on a hit. They leave one as Maple Grove comes to bat. That was a great pitch, Jim.
That was good off-speed pitch. And, that's not been her strength so far this season, but she's working on it, and certainly worked there.
Let's look at the batting order today for Maple Grove. Again, 6-0 on the season. Coming into play today, Faith Cry in left field will lead it off. Junior will be followed by Alyssa Werns, who's playing center field. Elizabeth Berry at shortstop. Danny Strom in right. Sam Gustafson batting fifth. Cassie St. Peter at third. Caitlin Casper at first base. Maddie Wilm, the pitcher, batting eighth. And Leah Eiley, the second baseman, is hitting in the number 9 spot. And the defense today for the Huskies around the infield. Kaylin Polzine at first. Addie Farber at second. Lacey Heppel at short. And Haley Dunlevy at third base. Abby McQuay in left. Amelia Mulcahy in center. Paige Miles is in right field. The catcher, Natalie Moody. And the pitcher for Andover is sophomore Morgan Kostecka.
Yeah, she's been doing well. She's done most of their pitching this year. Certainly all the big games.
Giving up a few more walks, I'm sure, than she would like to at this point, and trying to correct that then as we get into May and the second half of the regular season.
Yeah, well, when you rely on a rise ball, and it's a harder pitch to throw when it's cold than some of the other pitches. Just because it requires a lot of finger strength, and if your fingers are kind of stiff, you can lose control of that pitch.
Kostecka's first pitch inside corner for a strike. Faith Cry hitting .300 on the season for Maple Grove. 6 hits and 20 at-bats. And it's behind 0-2 on Kostecka. Slaps it to short. Throw to first, and a little bit high. Pulled the first baseman, Polzine, off the bag.
Yeah, she came forward to get that throw.
Center fielder number 18.
Yeah, if she would have gone straight up and come straight down, she might have had a chance of getting the runner.
Apple will get charged with a throwing error on that. Although, as you said, Jim, maybe if Polzine had been able to come right back down on the bag.
Yeah, but you got to give the throwing error.
Yep. So an E6 gets Crying on to start the game. And Alyssa Warren's the batter, low and in. Ball 1. Off-speed pitch, catches the corner for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch, the high outside off-speed pitch. If the batter times it up, it can go a long ways, but she got that one pretty well fooled.
1-1 pitch to Werns, inside, throw down to second in the steal attempt, and in safely is Cry for their 4th stolen base of the season.
Yeah, it wasn't the easiest pitch for the catcher to get a good throw off. And she did a good job.
Good slide to the outside of the bag, avoiding the tag. So in scoring position already, nobody out. Here's Cry. 2-1, the count to Werns. And Kostecka's pitch. Hit on a line to second base. They get the out there. Farber making the grab. Looked to second, but Heppel wasn't there covering the bag in time, and so couldn't throw it over to try to get the double play. But a well hit ball right at the second baseman, Farber.
Well, yeah, and that ball was hit so so quickly there's no chance for trying to get a double play with the shortstop covering.
Number 3 hitter Elizabeth Berry's had a terrific season at the plate. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of a .684 batting average on the season. 13 for 19 at the plate. 15 runs scored. 5 extra base hits, 6 RBIs.
Yeah, and you're going to hear that a couple of times, the .600 batting averages.
Fouled away again. Kostecka getting ahead of the dangerous Berry. 2 strikes. Foul back. Kostecka stays alive, or excuse me, Berry stays alive against Kostecka to 0-2.
Yeah, one of the things I've noticed, watching a lot of cold weather games is the pitchers are really trying to get ahead. They're just, not standing out there trying to finesse the ball. They're just trying to go right after the hitters. They don't want their fielders getting iced, so to speak.
Berry lays off the high pitch, 1-2. Danny Strom on deck for the Crimson. Cry the base runner out at second with 1 away. 1-2 pitch, it's 2-2.
Tried to get her to chase, it's just a little bit too far outside for that.
Line into left field, that's a base hit. Single for Berry. Around comes Cry and is in safely. And Maple Grove leads 1-0.
Well, that was a bang-bang play at the plate. And I'm not sure. It might have been out if the catcher would have held on to the ball, but there was, just
number 15, Danny Strom.
the ball and the runner arriving right at the same time. Tough play.
And Berry takes second on the throw home.
Good throw.
Yeah, it is a good throw from the left fielder McQuay. And unable to hang on to it was Ludi, and a good slide by Cry. So she gets in. Berry gets an RBI. That's her 7th of the season. And it's 1-0. Now here's Danny Strom.
Yeah, and Cry made 2 good slides in that sequence. When she's got second, that was a nice slide as well. And it's always good to see these well-coached teams executing the little things, and they can lead to a run like that.
Strom coming in a .722 batting average and 15 RBIs. And again, this is just game 7, so she has done a terrific job at the plate. 7 extra base hits for her, the sophomore. Had a really good season in goal for Maple Grove's state tournament hockey team, section championship hockey team. And off to a great start in the first half dozen games on the softball diamond. Pitch up high.
Yeah, trying to get her with the changeup after a couple of hard pitches.
Strom ahead 3-0. Good here. See if she'll get the
she's
take
swinging.
sign here or swing away. That was not a great pitch to try to swing at anyway, and it's inside. And ball 4, and she takes a walk.
Well, you got to be smart when you get these signs to swing.
Now batting BP number 34, Sammy Gustafson.
So not the worst thing, I don't think, there for Andover. You put a dangerous hitter on base, not going to hurt you with the bat in that case. And I set up the force play on the infield at third, second, and obviously first. And now Sam Gustafson, the batter. Turns her away. It's inside, ball 1. Gustafson hitting .615 on the season. 8 for 13. Also a team high 5 walks drawn.
I know, it's kind of pick your poison there between those two. You're going to put the 700 hitter on or pitch the 600.
Went around and is in there for a strike. 1-1. Kostecka trying to work out of further trouble here. 1 away, 2 runners on, and a run already in for the Crimson. Gustafson takes it outside. 2-1. That's Kostecka throwing at right now, Jim.
She's throwing upper 50s,
Okay.
just a little bit slower than Maddie is throwing.
To 1 pitch slice foul. Not a play. 2-2.
You got this.
Time called.
They get that cleaned up.
Gustafson back in here for the 2-2 count. Bounce to the plate, skips away, and each runner is going to move up. The runners at second and third now. Berry to third, Strom to second, and a full count to Gustafson. Cassie St. Peter on deck. Oh, called strike 3. Gustafson with a couple of steps toward first. Thought that was high, and instead called out on strikes for out number 2. Big out for Kostecka.
Oh yeah, and it was right at the top of the strike zone. Just a little bit right at the top of the strike zone. We'll go with that.
Yeah, definitely at the top of the strike zone of your Andover, right?
Yeah.
2 outs. And now St. Peter, the batter. That one a little high, ball 1.
Working up there trying to get that call again.
St. Peter hitting .368 on the season, 3 RBIs. 2-0. Hit in the air to right. Is it going to drop? And a nice catch out in right field, scooping it right before it got to the ground. Paige Miles with the catch. And big out in the field for Andover to retire Maple Grove. They do come up with a run on a hit, an error, and they leave 2. We played 1 inning here at Maple Grove. Our score, Crimson 1, Andover nothing.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
CCX Sports, Northwest Suburban Conference softball. Maple Grove leading Andover 1-0. To go to the top half of the second inning. John Jacobson with Jim Feldman today. And the Huskies will have their 5, 6, and 7 hitters to the plate. Natalie Ludi, Mallory Olson, and Hallie Dunleavy.
Well, they did a good job of getting out of the trouble in the first inning there. If that ball falls in front of the right fielder, 2-run score, and kind of the tone is set. And Andover has had a habit of getting behind early in games and then scrapping away and catching up. So
1 ball, 1 strike. Alford added. It's a strike, 1-2 now to Natalie Ludi. Hit in the air, short right field, actually carrying a little bit deeper, and under it is Strom, makes the catch.
Yeah, the wind's blowing out a little bit towards right field. So.
Got one down. And Mallory Olson, the DP at the plate as you look at the American flag out in the right center field. And by, again, the spring standards, it's
That's
a
nothing.
calm day,
Yeah.
right? I made sure I was prepared, though, Jim. I brought my gloves, my hat, got my winter coat on.
I'm right with you there, John.
Yeah.
You know, some of the games I've been at, I've had to make a run back to the car and pick up an extra jacket.
There you go. Yeah. You learn that very early in broadcasting for spring sports especially. It'd be a swing and a miss, count 1-1. You can be at the station or whatever before you come over to the game. And like, well, it's not too bad out. And then by the time you sit down, you're like the second or third inning. See, now with age comes wisdom or something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we know how to prepare and dress for the games. But back in the day, and not always for me. Just outside.
Well,
2 balls and a strike. Excuse me, Jim.
Well, it's about 4 years ago when we had that really miserable spring. When It was so wet, and nobody was getting outside games until about now is when they first started playing.
Swing and a miss. As one of the teams in our area, Providence Academy, got their first game in this week. I looked at their schedule. That was supposed to be game 9 on their schedule.
Wow.
It ended up being game 1 on Monday or Tuesday of this week. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Olson. One out here in the Andover second. And a swing and a miss. And the third strikeout of the game for Maddie Wilm, 2 away.
Yeah, in some of those northern schools, I was watching a game up in Rush City over the weekend, and a team from Greenway, they said they got a foot of snow still sitting on their field. Yeah, that was the first time they'd been outside all year.
Haley Dunleavy, the third baseman. Number 7 hitter, pops it up, and it's going to be out of play.
Trying to take out the cameraman up there.
Come on, Hallie.
Wilm back on the rubber. Looks in and delivers. And it's 0-2 now to Hallie Dunleavy.
Yeah, she's mostly relying on her hard stuff. Throwing fastballs and mixing in the rise ball, getting it up. Haven't seen too many change-ups yet.
Dunleavy, good job not chasing after that one. Wilm out of the strike zone
All right,
with it.
Hallie,
1-2.
ready now, Hallie, go get it now.
Two and 2.
Yeah, another good eye. It's tough to lay off that pitch, especially when she throws high fastballs that come down a little bit as they're coming towards home plate. And so the rise ball comes out at the same trajectory, and it's several inches higher than what you get on the fastball, and that's the difference between a strike and a ball a lot of times. And so you got to be prepared to swing at those.
Foul back, so stays alive with 2 and 2. Popped up. Foul. Back behind us. Out of play.
Yeah, she's timed those last couple of swings pretty well. Just got the bat underneath the ball both times. So let's see who makes the adjustment.
Another 2-2 on the way to Dunleavy. Pops it up. Foul territory, but in play this time, and Casper under it makes the catch to retire the side. Good at bat, but Wilm wins it, and Maple Grove retires Andover in order here in the top of the second. Still 1-0, Maple Grove. Got to be bundled up to enjoy softball today. We go to the bottom half of the second inning here in Maple Grove with the Crimson leading Andover 1-0.
Oh yeah, these fans have been out to see
Yeah,
some games
right.
already this year. I think.
They're not dumb. 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Maple Grove. Caitlin Casper to lead it off, the first baseman who caught the pop-up to end the top half of the inning. And Gosteka's first pitch to her misses for ball one. Casper 8 for 16 on the season with 3 walks. In for a strike. Two and one.
Trying to throw a little breaking pitch. You know, it's the one that looks like it's on the corner and breaks off. And it's a good read.
3-1 now to Casper.
Well, you don't want to lose number 7 hitter.
Nice change of 3 and 2.
Yeah.
Two pitch fouled away.
Good tough battle. This is an important batter to get because anytime if it flips around to the top of the order,
Yep.
the way Maple Grove's been hitting.
Swing and a miss. Costeka wins that battle and gets her second strikeout.
That's a good
Casper
hit.
retired to begin the second.
That was a good sequence of pitches she threw in that at bat. Changing speeds, changing locations, changing the amount of spin on the ball and the direction of the break.
Eddie Wilm, the pitcher, is the number 8 hitter for Maple Grove today. In for a strike.
It's a close one too.
Missed though, and it's 1-1.
Strike, here we go.
The pitch low in the strike zone, but in for strike 2. 1-2 now to the junior, Matty Wilm. Missed low, 2-2.
She comes back up high on this one and tries to get that rise ball past her.
Foul the weight, still 2-2 to Wilm. Stecker really battling his first couple batters and finally got Casper on a strikeout, trying to do the same here against Wilm. Oh, it's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kostecka to start the second.
Yeah, Wilm gave that little look down to her third base coach. You don't want to look at the umpire. Yeah, there's so much movement on that pitch. It catches the strike zone at the beginning, and by the time the catcher gets it, it's, well off the plate. But it's where it crosses the front part of the plate that counts.
And she says, well, as long as I get that call
right
when I'm pitching, we'll take it. And strike 1 to Leah Eiley, second baseman. Number 9 hitter today for the Crimson. Eiley, .466 hitter out of the number 9 hole, 7 for 15 at the plate. Went after a high one there. Is behind now 0-2.
All right, now you got a battle here.
Joe Kostecka way ahead in the count.
Hey, you're a good hitter here.
Rounded down to first, and they'll get the out at first. Farber covering, Polzine makes the scoop, 3-4 on the putout, and Maple Grove retired in the second. 3 up, 3 down for the Crimson, 1-0 Maple Grove after 2. Nothing Maple Grove leading Andover as we head to the third inning. As you look at Connie Huberty, veteran coach of Maple Grove, for Andover, an assistant coach for years and head coach now the last 8 seasons. Coaches volleyball at the school as well. And, it's a lot of innings were pretty good, and some innings we haven't been so good. But that's a product of having a younger team, less varsity experience this year. Certainly battling one of the best teams in the conference and in the Metro here today so far through 2 innings, trailing 1-0. They have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters up here in the third. Amelia Volcati will lead it off for Andover. Eddie Wilm's first pitch, bunted foul at the plate.
Emil. Good eye.
Up high, 1-1. 1 run, 1 hit for Maple Grove. No runs, 1 hit for Andover. The pitch popped up. Right field line, foul territory. Strom can't hang on to it. Made a one put out right, but has dropped a couple running over in foul territory. It's unable to make the catch on that. Again, Bocady, in this case, staying alive. Count down 1-2.
All right, Mill, you're ready.
Yeah, and that's one thing I've noticed about Andover this year is they have quite often been able to take advantage of the opponent's mistakes. You know, you see an error in the inning, and there's often a run associated with it. And even though that wasn't an error, it was a second chance nonetheless.
Bocady, though, unable to do.
But she didn't take advantage.
Right, she strikes out, one away. Look at the pitch again, Jim. A good right ball and strike 3. And now Polzin. Keelan Polzin, the first baseman. Her first at bat today against Maddie Wilm. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1. Two and 1.
I keep looking up. There might be some sun poking out.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Not going
Just
to
a
change.
little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's springtime. You got to be optimistic, you know.
Absolutely.
1-6.
Called strike 3.
That was a nice pitch. It just didn't look like, you know, the result of that pitch did not look like what it was going to be coming out of her hand there. And so the batter was just fooled.
5 strikeouts, 1 time through the batting order for Maddie Wilm. 2 outs, nobody on for Andover. Back to the top of the order, and Lacey Heppel struck out to start the ball game. First pitch outside, ball 1.
That's close, that's close.
It's low and in.
Let's go, Maddie.
Driven deep to right field. Strom going back and makes the catch. Best hit ball of the day for Andover, and Strom making the catch in deep right field for out number 3. 3 up to 3 down for Andover. And the third, 2.5 innings in the books. It remains 1-0 Maple Grove.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Jim Coltis, longtime coach of Maple Grove, state championship under his belt back in 2019. And off to a good start again here in 2022, perennially a very strong program here in Minnesota. 6-0 coming into today's game. Faith Cry will lead it off here for the Crimson here in the home half of the third.
I know Maple Grove has just been a strong team for quite a while.
Yep. Lifts this one out into short center field, running back, making the catch. A nice running play to retire Cry to start the inning.
I know she was playing quite short, quite shallow there, but obviously just deep enough. Look at that, she was lined up on the infield dirt.
Yeah, Bocady was in the right spot. They knew Maple Grove well, right? They defensed Cry well. Now moves back to a regular, more traditional center field position, and Alyssa Word comes to the plate.
And a lot of times when you play the outfield that close, you try and get those slap hitters to, punch it over their heads, and it's not something that they practice a lot. So you get a lot of those kind of pop-ups.
Warrens takes it up. Down low, and 2 balls and a strike now to Warrens, who lined out to second in her first at bat.
Hit the ball hard, but right at him.
Three and one. Warrens to try to get on, give her 3 and 4 hitters. Chance to drive her in. Fouls it back. 3 and 2.
Yeah, this is one of those little battles. Both the pitcher and the batter know how important getting this particular runner on with what's coming up.
Ball 4 out of the strike zone. And Warrens is on with 1 out here in the third.
Trying to fool her with the changeup and didn't quite have the control of it. It's such a feel pitch. Sometimes it just doesn't do what you want it to do.
5th base on balls drawn by Warrens on the season. Coltis will call his players over. Huskies will gather in the circle.
And they're obviously talking about some sort of play or some sort of sequence of things that they want to do at this at bat.
Or the base runner, or both, right?
Mm-hmm. Or maybe it's just to mess with him.
Yeah?
Yeah, swing away. Go ahead, swing away.
Bear with a run-scoring single in the first, driven in the only run of the game. Driven hard, but well foul. Foul back to the screen, 0-2. Does not get cheated on her swings, Jim.
No, none of these kids do. They've just been up there ripping it, which is, again, a sign of a well-coached team, because it doesn't do much good to just kind of lay the bat on the ball.
Outside 1-2.
Unless, of course, you're a slap hitter, and that's what you want to do, is just lay the bat on the ball.
Barry grounds it in the hole in the left field, a base hit. Werns stops at second, and Barry is 2 for 2. Barry, who has not struck out all season, puts it in play.
Yeah, it was a nice sharp hit right between short and third.
Past the shortstop Heppel and in the left. The 2 on, 1 away, and the cleanup hitter, Danny Strom, the batter.
Yeah, and even if you're not, hitting line drives to the gap, if you take a good hard swing, you can get them through the infield like that.
Strom hits it past third and in the left field for a base hit. Warren's around third. She'll be in to score. And it's 2-0 Crimson. A run-scoring single for Danny Strom.
Boy, and just a shot. A rocket coming off of her bat. Yeah, no time to react for the third baseman. That was just right by him.
Barry to second. Strom with her team-high 16th run batted in with that single.
In 7 games, yeah.
Right. And Gustafson to the plate. Good block at the plate by Ludi there, and runners have to hold. Ball 1 to Gustafson, who called out on strikes in the first.
Hey, we need a hit here.
Morgan Gasteka trying to work out of trouble here in the third. Called strike. Well, 1-1.
Yeah, Gasteka's getting a fair amount of called strikes. I know she's got at least 2 strikeouts on called strikes.
Swing and a miss by Gustafson. It's 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way to Gustafson. 2-2.
Doing her best to look like she was getting out of the way and trying to get clipped with that ball a little bit.
Come on, Sadie.
Swing and a miss. Gasteka has her 4th strikeout, 2 away.
Now batting third baseman number 22, Cassie St. Peter.
Yeah, Gasteka's been able to limit the damage. Maple Grove certainly had a couple of base runners, both in the first and third innings, and just hanging in there.
Now Cassie St. Peter is retired on a nice catch by Paige Miles on a sinking liner to end the bottom of the first in right field.
Yeah, and if Andover comes back in this game, that play in right field will be the one everybody remembers.
And Gasteka gets ahead of St. Peter now, 2 strikes. Slow roller to short, throw to first. In time for the out. Maple Grove retired on a good play by Heppel. Hits it to Bolzine, and they beat St. Peter by a step. And Maple Grove retired. The Crimson do add to their lead, though. They get a run on 2 hits. They leave 2. They've stranded 4. We've played 3 in Maple Grove. Our score, Maple Grove 2, Andover nothing.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there, choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
2-0 Maple Grove as we move to the top half of the fourth inning today at Maple Grove High School. Andover has their number 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up. Got stuck on McQuay and Farber to face Wilm. Kostecka, an excellent job getting those last 2 outs in the bottom half of the third and escape further trouble. Takes a strike from Maddie Wilm.
Yeah, she's no stranger to getting out of trouble.
Yeah, right.
And look at that. Shadows have broken out.
How about that?
Yeah.
Lays off that one. And yeah, has worked out of trouble a couple of times. And again, showing the growth of this Andover team. Just 2 and 3 on the season, but a lot of players with not a ton of varsity experience coming into the season, learning on the job, so to speak. And they're already a decent team, and they'll just get better in the next couple of years. This group that can stay together. That's again, of their 10 players, including the flex player, 8 underclassmen. Grounded to second. Handled cleanly by Leah Eiley. Over to Caitlin Casper, 1 away.
Somebody behind. You know, when Wilm threw that changeup earlier in the count,
We're out of time. Let's go now.
you know, you're so geared up for hitting their speed that it really throws you off. And, you know, even though the pitcher was well outside, she almost went for it. And then you come back with that hard stuff, and all you can do is hit a weak tap to the opposite side.
McQuay, who singled early in the game, came into the game hitting .357, one of their top hitters, fouls the first pitch away.
Batting left fielder number 17, Abby McQuay.
4 runs scored, 4 RBIs for the senior. Been the only Andover base runner so far today. Wilm ahead in the count, 2 strikes.
Go, Maddie.
Hyatt, strike 3. Good pitch by Wilm.
That's a tough pitch after, you know, seeing a steady diet of high stuff. They come in at the knees and back her off the plate. Excellent way of working around the zone.
Strikeout number 6 for Maddie Wilm. And here's Addie Farber. Driven foul, out of play.
Nice pitch.
Great
Yeah,
off-speed
for called
pitch.
strike,
Just froze her at the plate.
Absolutely. 2 strikes now to Farber. So 2 pitch cut and a miss. Farber's down for a second straight time on strikes. And another 1-2-3 inning for Maddie Wilm and Maple Grove. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Maple Grove up on Andover 2-0. Bottom half of the fourth inning, Maple Grove up on top of Andover. Northwest Suburban Conference softball today on CCX. This less than balmy Thursday afternoon, late April.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's not raining.
It's not raining.
Right, not snowing.
Wind's
And
not,
it's almost May.
the wind's not too terrible.
Kaylin Casper laid it off here for Maple Grove against Morgan Kostecka. And hit past second base and into right field, a base hit. Leadoff single for Casper. And the fourth hit of the game for Maple Grove.
Pitcher number 16, Maddie Wilm.
Trying to get a pinch runner here.
No.
It'll be Ava Iley, the flex player, that's going to hit here for Wilm in the number 8 spot. So Casper remains at first as the runner, but Iley will hit now. Ava Iley for Maddie Wilm in the number 8 spot.
Line one and drive it here.
It's in the dirt. Casper holds at first.
Yeah. Good pickup on that one.
Got Moody able to stop it and keep it from getting to the backstop.
Yeah, and the ground is a little bit torn up. I mean, that's one of the problems with having this kind of spring is some of these fields are not in pristine condition.
Good bunt. Handled by Kostecka, goes to first, gets the out. Casper to second. Eva Iley with the sack bunt here, and Casper in scoring position down at second base.
Yeah, and Casper might have had third on that one. There was nobody that rotated over to third base to take a throw. And after the out was made, both the pitcher and third baseman running over there and trying to cover.
Ava Iley is a freshman, and her senior sister, Leah, now at the plate. Now we will get a runner for Casper as Amelia Voss, senior, will run for Caitlin Casper.
Find a pitch here, one.
I'm curious as to why he didn't make that switch before the last at bat. Yeah. But Jim knows his team.
Leah Iley grounded out in her first at bat, hits this one past second into right field. Voss is going to be sent around. She's going to score. A little trouble with it in the outfield. Into second goes Leah Iley. Run scoring hit, and it's 3-0 Crimson.
Yeah, the grass hasn't had a chance to grow yet, and so the balls kind of roll pretty far, and that one got out in the gap pretty quick.
Back to the top of the order, and Faith Cry. Kosteka's pitch, taken high for a ball. Single in air on the last play, Jim? What do you think?
It was kind of hard to see what was going on. I mean, that would make the most sense, single in the air.
Yeah, I think so. Allie will get an RBI on it.
Yeah.
Strike call here on Cry. Count evens at 1-1.
I'm trying to limit the damage here. Kosteka's going to attack, but you're going through that the high batting averages.
1-2 now to Cry. Again, Katie, like she did in the last at bat for Cry, just on the outfield grass in short left center. Slap back to the pitcher, goes to first. Get the out there, moving over to third is Eiley. 2 away. 1-3 on the putout. And Alyssa Werns, the batter.
And a lot of times you'd say, yeah, get the sure out, especially when it's the second out of the inning. But, the way Maple Groves hits, I would have tried to cut that runner down at third. She had plenty of time to get there.
Werns fouls the first pitch back. Walked and scored in her last at bat. Lined second, her first time up. They grow with single runs in the first, third, and here in the fourth. Lead 3-0. Oh, and 2. Another foul to the screen by Werns. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Popped up, foul back behind us. Still 1-2.
Well, let's see if she comes in high again, except with a lot more heat. Andover has done a good job of avoiding the big inning, and this is a
2-2 up high.
That was the pitch I was hoping she was going to throw, but didn't quite look close enough to get a swing.
Get her in, Alyssa. Come on out.
3-2 now to Werns. Barry on deck. Ball 4. Good at bat for Werns. Got her second walk. And runners at the corners now for Maple Grove with 2 outs.
Now batting shortstop, number 6, Elizabeth Berry.
No Biz Berry already 2 for 2. Couple of singles. Drove in and run in the first.
Yeah, Crimson's trying to build something here and trying to put this game out of reach, especially the way Wilm's been throwing.
Stecca changeup up high, throw down to third and into left field, skips away, a run comes in, on her way to third is Werns on the errant throw, and it's 4-0.
There's some confusion about who that throw was going to go to, whether the shortstop was going to come back there or the third baseman was getting back to the bag.
A couple of errors for Andover in the inning, this one directly leading to a run. We'll look at it again. We're just sailing over Dunleavy's glove, although not by much. Pitch to Barry, didn't get a lot of it, but enough to drop it into center field. In front of the center fielder, Volcati. It'll be an RBI single. Warrens comes in to score. Maple Grove's got 3 in the inning and now leads 5-0.
And trying to come back from a 5-run deficit against this team is going to be tough because they've only given up 3 runs all year. So.
Yeah, it'll look like a line drive in the scorebook, Jim, right?
Yeah.
A little bloop falls right between second base and center field. 2 RBIs for Barry. That gives her 8 on the season. And now 16 for 22 at the plate this year.
800 batting average. Wow.
Strom
you said
to the plate.
I thought you said 16 for 20. No.
16 for 22.
Okay.
Not bad, but over 700.
Yeah.
He's going to go here and is in with a stolen base. So she's in scoring position for Strom. Drove in a run with a base hit in her last at bat. Hits it hard to third. Clean pickup, throw to first. Good play by Andover. Dunleavy to pull Zine, retire Strom and Maple Grove in the inning. But the Crimson come up with 3 more runs in the inning on 3 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left off. 4 complete now. Maple Grove's extended its lead. It's 5-0 Crimson.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Number 6, Natalie Looney.
5-0 Maple Grove leads Andover as we move to the top half of the 5th inning. John Jacobson, Jim Feldman here in the cold, but we are more than surviving today. As we move into the second half of the ball game, Maple Grove trying to close it out, needing 9 more outs in the field. And hopefully not too many more pitches like that. Wilm slipped a little bit and got to the backstop on the first pitch to Ludi, who flew out to right in her first at bat.
In Andover's last game, they were down 7-0. They put up a 5 spot in the last inning. Didn't quite pull it off, but you know, they're not out of it till they're done, although the way Wilm has been dealing.
It's this one in the air, out to center field, hitting it pretty well, but drifting over and making the catch as Werns one away. Following today's game, Maple Grove will be on the road. The next couple of games, they'll be at Rogers on Friday and at Blaine on Tuesday.
Those will be a couple of good games.
Andover has got a game with Matamidi tomorrow. And then the conference game against Coon Rapids on Saturday. And then home against Armstrong on Monday. So 2 games tomorrow, and then Saturday and Monday and Tuesday at Rogers.
Yeah, with the early cancellations, I mean, a lot of teams are playing a lot of games, and that really puts pressure on the pitching staff. And if you've got a couple of good pitchers, then you're fine. If you got to rely on one, that makes it really hard.
Mallory Olson, this is her second at bat today. She's behind 0-2 now to Wilm. Outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Wilm has her 8th strikeout. And now 2 outs in the 5th.
Now batting third baseman, number 14, Molly Dunley.
Allie Dunleavy, the batter, with 2 outs. Fouled out in their first at bat. Bounced to the plate, ball 1.
Wilm just has a nice presence out there. This is the first year that she's been, being relied on as the go-to pitcher, and looks like she's adapted into that role very, very quickly. I've seen her, when they have the little huddles and so on, she commands the respect of her teammates and comes through with saying good things.
Lots of good players last year. Belle Daniels was their pitcher. Jenna Gruning was a veteran behind the plate. Sydney Hockett, Dorothy Dueck. All seniors in 2021.
Yep, they just reloaded.
Right. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs in the Andover 5th. And Ludney taking it outside, 2-2. Or excuse me, 3-1. Well, Katie on deck if Dunleavy could get on base here. Popped up on the infield. Is going to take it. It'll be the third baseman. Cassie St. Peter comes over and makes the catch.
Yep, never let the pitcher catch the ball.
And another 3 up and 3 down inning. They've just had the 1 base runner, the 2 out single by McQuay in the first, and Wilm has kept their bats quiet all day. Middle of the 5th innings, 5-0 Maple Grove.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Line score, Maple Grove up 5-0. Heading into the bottom half of the 5th inning as Sam Gustafson swings and fouls the first pitch back to the screen. Cutting a miss, and Kostecka working ahead, 2 strikes.
As long as it's on the website.
In the dirt. 1-2. Inside, 2-2 now to Gustafson.
That's a good waist pitch, you know, keep her on her toes. Throw it inside, come back and hit the outside corner. Oh, or just missed the outside corner.
Gustafson giving it that Louisa Rise shake of the head now, like, nope.
Nope.
I don't want, that's not my pitch. It's out of the strike zone. 3-2, swing and a miss. Kostecka has gotten Gustafson 3 times on strikes today. 1 away.
Now batting third baseman, number 22, Cassie St. Peter.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same pitch.
Come on, Cass.
Good pitch by Kostecka to get the strikeout. That's her 5th strikeout as a pitcher today. And now St. Peter's with the ball in play twice, but she's 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out.
We need a base runner here, Cass.
Bunted, and Kostecka throwing to first just in time. Good play by the pitcher. And he gets St. Peter by a step. 1-3 on the putout, 2 away.
Yeah, she was just calm and collected. She knew she had time. Goes down, bare hands the ball.
Caitlin Casper.
2 outs, nobody on. And Caitlin Casper to the plate. But that 3-run inning started in the 4th for Maple Grove with a single. Hits this one well and caught by the left fielder McQuay for the 3rd out. So good inning for Kostecka. Gets her first 1-2-3 since the 2nd. 5 complete, 5-0 Maple Grove.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Nice afternoon in Maple Grove with the Crimson softball team leading Andover 5-0 as we move to the top half of the 6th inning.
Almost looks like summertime in that picture.
Just look at the picture, yes. Without actually being out here. Upcoming games here on CCX as we move in to May. We've got Northwest Suburban Conference softball Tuesday, a night game at Osseo as they host Spring Lake Park, and then Osseo Park Center at Armstrong, and Northwest Suburban Conference boys soccer, and then girls lacrosse scheduled next week at Minnetonka. Wayzata and Minnetonka girls boys doubleheader. All coming up next week on CCX. And next Friday the 6th, I know we've got Lake Conference baseball, Wayzata and St. Michael Albertville as well. So a busy week for us, and 1 softball game there in the mix Tuesday night at Osseo. Amelia Volcati steps in here to lead off the Andover 6th inning and fouls it back towards her dugout. It's 1 strike. Struck out in her only at bat in the third.
Made people scatter in that dugout,
Right.
even though it didn't get in there.
Wilm Jim has retired the last 13 Andover batters.
But she's only had that one base runner.
Yeah, the two-out single by Abby McQuay in the first. Wanted foul by O'Cady at the plate.
Yeah, if you're not, as a team, able to hit the ball with authority and get base hits, try and bunt. Change something up.
Foul back.
All right, battle, three battle.
Still 2 strikes. Polzin on deck and then back to the top of the order in Heppel. Up high, 1-2. Round of the third. St. Peter up with it. A little bit of a low throw, but Casper able to dig it out. 1 down.
Oh, it's nice to have that first baseman be able to make those kind of plays. They make it routinely.
So 1 out for the Huskies here in the 6th, and Polzin, the batter. Called on and strikes back in the 3rd. Again, one of 8 strikeouts for Wilm in the game. Got a miss on the first pitch. Andover's just had the one base runner, Jim, but they haven't given at bats away. You know, they battled. They haven't always made contact, obviously. But mentioned the 8 strikeouts, but you know, they're in and every at bat, up and down the lineup here.
Yeah, and that's been kind of the characteristic of their team is just not giving up, even when things aren't quite going as well. You know, like I say, they haven't been blown out in any game except for that 110 spot they gave up in the 6th inning against Anoka.
And Maple Grove, for their part, has just been solid in every phase of the game today in 6 innings.
As they have been all season long.
1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Polzin out on strikes, 2 away.
Now batting shortstop number 10, Lacey Heppel.
Now back to the top of the order in Heppel. Heppel 12 for 20 on the season. Comes into this at bat hitting .600. 0 for 2 today. Struck out in the first at bat and really hit a ball well with Strom in deep right back in the 3rd.
Yeah, but that stuff just kind of seems to happen, you know, when it's not going well for you, the hard hit balls get caught. And, you know, with Maple Grove, they've had a lot of, you know, hard ground balls that have gotten through the infield. And
One ball, 1 strike to Heppel. Heppel is just a freshman. Tries another one to Strom, right at her again. Again, 2 well-hit balls by Heppel and right at Danny Strom and right. Andover retired in order. 16 in a row set down by Matty Wilm. We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 5-0 Maple Grove.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
5-0 Maple Grove, bottom half of the 6th inning for the Crimson. Comfortably in front. Try to see if they can push across another run, get some good at-bats here. And what they hope will be their final at-bat of the day. Wilm, swing and a foul back to the screen and 1 strike. Struck out back in the 2nd, was hit for by Ava Eiley in the 4th, who had a successful sacrifice. Cut and miss behind on that pitch, and 0-2 now against Kostecka. Outside 1-2. Inside and low, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Wilm. Leah Eiley on deck for the Crimson.
Well, I'm sure Wilm would like to just start a 5-run rally here. Not have to go out there for the last inning. Although the way she's dealing, she might enjoy pitching another inning.
Kostecka was like, where was that pitch? Kind of walks around the circle a little bit. Step back in, 3-2.
I got to remember in Wilm's first at bat, she was questioning the strike calls.
True.
Yeah.
A pine, so Wilm draws a walk in this at bat to lead off the 6th. Sam Brunston will come in, senior, and run for the pitcher Wilm.
Now batting for Maple Grove, number 11, second baseman, Leah Eiley.
Eiley to the plate. And a run-scoring hit in her last at-bat. Later scored in that 3-run 4th inning for Maple Grove. So bunts it foul at the plate.
A little bit surprised he's trying to sacrifice in this situation. It seems like that extra 1 run is not going to make much of a difference.
Fouls it back. Well, although sometimes you work on game situations. Maybe we don't need that run today, but section game, maybe we'll need that bunt from your number 9 hitter or whoever it is in the order.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the working theory I'm going on. How's that?
All right.
Kostecka had 0-2, wastes 1 high, 1-2. Princeton, the courtesy runner down at first base. Nobody out here in the Maple Grove 6th. To Eiley, 2-2.
Kostecka trying to get her to chase on a couple of pitches after the 0-2 start to the at-bat. No, Now she's got to come in with something better.
Swing and a miss. One away. Highly retired.
Now batting left fielder number 10, Faith Cry.
Back to the top of the order, and Faith cries. You look at the strikeout pitch. Good location. And the 6th strikeout for Kostecka.
Yeah, I've actually been really impressed by the way Kostecka's throwing the ball. Yeah, she's moving the ball around a lot, throwing a variety of different pitches, different speeds.
Look at how shallow Andover is playing. They don't have anybody more than a step on the outfield grass against Cry here. Throw down to first, Winston back in.
No. That's a little bit dangerous because there's no right fielder back there.
Yeah, there you can see the defense they have against Cry.
And I guess if you got the fielders playing one step on the grass.
Hit in the air, it's going to be foul. That would have been extra bases. That would have been a fair ball because of how the Andover defense was playing.
Makes you think twice about keeping that defense, huh? I was going to say they might be playing one step on the grass so that they don't trip over the grass line when they go back.
2-1, swings away and a liner right at the left field. Throw back to first, and Winston doubled up. That was perfect defense. Abby McQuay was not deep out in left field. It makes the put out and gets the double play. Good defensive play for Andover.
Very good.
Liner to left field, and 7-3 on the putout to retire Maple Grove. No runs, no hits, nobody left. Go to the 7th inning, last chance for Andover. It's 5-0 Maple Grove.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Maddie Wilm trying to close it out on the circle as we move to the 7th. She has retired the last 16 Andover batters.
Yep, and just one batter has gotten between her and a potential perfect game here.
That'll be Abby McQuay, who's scheduled to bat second here in the inning. Kostecka, McQuay, and Farber, 2, 3, and 4 hitters are set to come up here against Wilm. And it's cut and a miss by Kostecka to start the 7th inning. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Good start, Maddie.
The Wilm well in front of the leadoff hitter Kostecka. Grounds it deep in the hole. Barry can only slow it down. It'll be a base hit for Kostecka. second hit of the game for Andover, and they get the leadoff runner on here in the 7th.
Number 17, Abby McQuaid.
Gives Andover some hope. They've done this before. Coming back late.
So with the leadoff runner on, number 3 hitter McQuay, who had the single back in the first for Andover's ever hit, comes to the plate. Wilms starts it up high and out of the zone. Two and 0. Fouled away, out of play. Two balls and a strike. It's low, 3-1. McFarber on deck.
Yeah, Williams lost a couple miles an hour since the first inning. Nothing too significant. But maybe she's getting a little bit tired.
3-1 pitch, hit foul. And the count full now to McQuay.
Yeah, because she hasn't had a lot of 3-ball counts on anybody.
No.
I mean, she's just been dealing. Maybe the heat's getting to her.
That sun that came out for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wore her down. Three and 2 to McQuay. Hold strike 3. Throws her at the plate. And the 10th strikeout for Wilm, 1 away.
That's how you deal with a potential rally. It's freeze the batter.
That's a good pitch. Coach Coltis out to talk to his pitcher, his infield.
Just reminding everybody, let's finish this off. Let's just take care of business here. We don't want to give them any opportunity to think they can get back into the game.
Ava Eiley will take her spot back behind home plate. Addie Wilm will go to work on Addie Farber. First pitch up high. Kostecka, the runner at first for Andover. This is their second base runner today. Fouled back. Count evens at 1-1. Hit to short. Barry throws to first. Double play to end the game. Kostecka cut off the bag a little bit, and that ends at a 6-3 double play to retire Andover and end the ball game here in the 7th.
Tough way to end the game. I mean, Kostecka was out there pitching real well, and then to make a base running error. Not that it was going to change the outcome of the game necessarily, but Wilm was just dealing.
Line drive, very
Line drive, yep.
solid. Kostek had taken a few steps towards second, throws to Casper, and that's the ball game. Another solid effort, Jim, for Maple Grove. They moved to 7-0 on the season. Great pitching from Wilm, good hitting, defensive solid, no errors for them. Andover battling with just a couple of hits for the Huskies today. They fall to 2-4.
Yeah, they're they've got some promise for this year and for years to come. And they've got a good feeder program working for them now, and things are going to get better for them.
Thanks for joining us today on CCX. For all of our great crew and for Jim Feldman, I'm John Jacobson. Our final score again today from Maple Grove Northwest Suburban Conference Softball. It's the Crimson over the Andover Huskies. 5-0, Maple Grove, the final.